Casey Koch. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in the state of Pennsylvania here at the Reclaim Collective. I work with individuals who are struggling with trauma, grief, disordered eating, and body image. What drew me to this work? Oh, there's a lot of things that drew me to this work, but number one is I love people. I think that all people are deserving of support, respect, and healing. And being able to connect with people and allowing them to be their authentic self and exploring what they want to work on, how they want to grow into the person they want to be, and giving them the freedom to do that in an authentic being and body is what makes this work worthwhile. It's an honor to be able to work with people in exploring the rawest parts of themselves and being in the depths of their trauma to be able to come out on the other side and learn that they are inherently resilient beings. And the work continues to be what my focus is and what my purpose is. And it's been a great gift to be able to do this work and to be able to watch people really grow. So what got me into working with disordered eating and trauma? Being a child growing up in diet culture, where every magazine I saw, it was how to get thin, how to be beautiful, and the fact that those were simultaneous, and being able to see that that has a lasting impact on the way that we treat ourselves, the way that we feel as though we have to abide by society's standard of beauty, and the disconnect that that creates within ourselves. I also have done a lot of work in the realm of trauma, and being able to see the intersectionality between the two is incredible. To be able to see that weight stigma and fat phobia and diet culture are inherently traumatizing because it causes us to lose sight of our inner self, our inner trust, our inner wisdom. And to be able to realize that eating disorders are a survival coping skill for a lot of people. And to be able to look at that with self-compassion and say that people are doing the best of what they know and the best that they can do with their circumstances means that looking at eating disorders becomes more complex, and it allows us to see the whole human being instead of just the behavior. Being able to do trauma work with folks allows them to be able to find that inner strength that they've had all along, to be able to really work on recovery. I think it's a powerful intersectionality that I find a lot of purpose in doing with clients, and I've seen a lot of growth that's been extremely powerful and healing. So that's why I have found interest in it. How do I practice? I'm very casual. I love joking. I love being authentic, being myself. I'm not stuffy. I think that we look at therapy in, this stereotypical way that, we have to be a certain way. And I think being able to practice in authenticity really gives permission for people to be their authentic selves. And so first and foremost, the relationship that I build with my clients is extremely important and vital to the healing work. Having a good relationship, a trusting, authentic relationship, allows people to feel trust and to feel safe in the room. Feeling safe in the room allows them to really explore in a safe way, in a manageable way, in a healing way, and to realize that I'm right there with them. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm here for you in your journey. Another, thing that I feel is so important is allowing people permission to do what they need to do in the room to feel safe. So somatic skills are very important to me. Creating a place in the room that feels safe, using, whether it's weighted blankets or fidget toys or, being able to recognize what's happening in the body as they're in the room with me, really allows them to be grounded, to connect with me in a safe way. Um, a lot of the modalities that I use in my work are somatic, so body skills, knowing that trauma starts in the body, and knowing that a lot of disconnect from eating disorders is caused by a disconnection of the body. So, really being able to do work in the body and feeling safe in the body is something that I find a lot of importance in. I also find a lot of importance in the work of self compassion. We live in a society that is not very kind to humanity and all of the parts that make us human. Being able to feel uncomfortable feelings, being able to express uncomfortable feelings, and normalizing and understanding where those things come from without judgment. And being able to create that foundation for ourselves in this work allows us to then feel safe to delve into the trauma work, to delve into recovery and how they both intersect. Being able to work with grief is really working towards the importance of grief and giving us time to grieve, giving us time to feel what we need to feel without judgment. So all of those intersectionalities come through in just being authentic and having understanding for the person that you are. Being able to work with trauma, I have found a great importance in really understanding trauma for what it is, that it is a body felt experience. Trauma is not the event itself, but it's the way in which your nervous system reacts. So in order to work towards healing, it's finding safety, it's finding some compassion. But the modalities that I really find important to use are somatic skills, IFS parts work, and EMDR. I am trained in EMDR, and I find that it is a beautiful experience for people to really get to a place where they find neutrality in their experiences, but also realize that they can find meaning outside of those experiences and find meaning in how they live their life and find safety in that. So that is really, really important to me. Something that, I think is important for clients to know when we're looking at disconnection from diet culture is that diet culture creates a disconnect from ourselves. It is to disconnect from the inner trust and wisdom that you have had all along. Our work together is learning to reclaim that, learning to have a relationship with yourself where you start to build that trust over again. But diet culture in and of itself doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care what you want. It doesn't care how your body feels. It only wants you to do what it feels it should to be accepted in society, to abide by a beauty standard, to be in a smaller body, and all of that has been created in society to say you belong, you're seen, you matter. But really, you mattered all along. I see you, and I think the world should too. So in order to understand diet culture and its impact, we need to understand that it disconnects. And that disconnect and why it's so harmful is that it creates shame. Diet culture says, I don't care what you want, but you're human and you have wants and you have needs. Feeling satisfied, feeling full, feeling enjoyment and freedom in food and in your body is against what diet culture believes. And so in order to abide by that, we start to judge ourselves by not following the rules, following the protocol, following the meal plan, following all of these things, and we blame ourselves. What I want you to stop doing is blaming yourself. It's not your fault. You're fine just the way you are. Abiding by that diet culture, abiding by those rules and those meal plans and those diets, it's all a lie. And being able to not blame yourself, but blame that societal stigma, that weight stigma, that fat phobia, diet culture that takes advantage of your shame is powerful. So the thing I like to really get across to people is that the lasting effects of that disconnect is shame. And shame is something we feel in a lot of our experiences in our lives. But this is one that we can absolutely start to rewire. And I hope to do that with you. Now, what do I do when I'm not working, when I'm not in the office? Well, I love gardening. I think gardening is such a meditative experience. It's reflective of being able to be authentic, to get your hands dirty, to lose track of time, but also to be able to nurture something and see that sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes, things go right. And being able to be compassionate towards yourself, but also the experience, has been a really healing journey for me. I also love reading. Reading has been a passion of mine for so many years. And being able to read non-work related books is a treat. So I love mysteries, I love thrillers, I love romance from time to time, but to be able to escape into a good book is just a wonderful experience. A fun fact about me is that I am infatuated with Bollywood films. I feel so much excitement watching a film, a Bollywood film, and so it's something that I do in my free time. It makes you want to dance, it makes you smile, and it's something that I do enjoy a whole lot. So what I want people to get out of their healing journey, well, ultimately that is up to you. And I want to give you the power to get whatever out of it that you want. But ultimately what I hope for you is that you find permission to be your authentic self. I hope that you find this experience to be permission that you deserve to feel safe, you deserve to feel respected, you deserve to just be human and that be enough. I hope that you reclaim your inner wisdom. I hope you reclaim that trust within your body and within your mind and within your soul. I hope that you find your own resilience that you've had all along, that you're a strong person, you're a warrior. You're on this earth with a lot of things going against you. Diet culture, society standards, all the things that tell us we're not enough, we need to do better. And the only thing you need to do better is to be better for yourself, to be kinder to yourself. And that's what I hope to support you in. Everyone is deserving of healing. Everyone is deserving to have a voice. And you are enough just as you are. So I hope that if you ever get into this work, number one, I applaud you. You're extremely brave to be able to do this work. And number two, we're with you. We're supporting you. We're here for you. Through the ups and downs, healing isn't linear. And being able to know that you have someone that understands what that's like. And to understand that despite the non-linear nature of healing, is that every moment is important. And so if you ever get on this journey, know that you belong here. Know that you deserve to heal and that we support you. So that's a little bit about me. I hope that you find comfort in knowing that you deserve healing and that you belong and that you're enough.